Hi guys, how we going? So I've got a little while to go live with you guys. I've had a bit of a problem going live. I've done loads of videos like yesterday and today. Well, I've only done a couple today, but yesterday, believe it or not, I didn't manage to go live because stuff happens in my life. So of course, I am making a big deal. Oh, dog's barking. Oh, come on, then. Come on. Right, that's enough. So of course, I'm making a big deal of the Priscilla situation at the moment is very, very concerning. Very concerning. So she's playing her game. You know, obviously the book "Softly as I Leave You" is on the forefront of her mind, and us concerned Elvis fans were bloody worried about it as well because she's using it as an excuse to trash Elvis all over again. Right, I'm just getting your comments on my phone, guys. Now, just because she wants to sell her book, because she wants more sales of her book, all of a sudden she thinks it's okay to trash Elvis all over again. Well, sorry, we're going to defend it. Let me just see if I can get your comments up. Hi, Anita. How it going? Hi, GB. So let me just tell a couple of people. Let's tell Nicola. So Nicola, Nicola just sent me a message about Tina. Yeah. She says, how it goes. So she was watching my drive live. I did a drive live in my my camper. So just letting her know we're live. Let's tell Donna we're live. She sent me something. What has Donna sent me? So obviously Donna, Karen. She said she talks with Donna, and we sort of share stuff together. What is this? She sent me something. All right. She sent me a really good thing. Let me just see. That's brilliant. She's put, defending Elvis, the creed. Truth does not fight for itself. Lies spread when truth is silent. And so we rise. We rise against gossip. We rise against distortion. We rise against the lies that stain his name, obviously Elvis's. To defend Elvis is not a pastime. It's a duty. It is a vow. It is an honor. He gave his voice as a gift. He gave his soul as light. He gave his all and left the world forever changed. So we stand guard against the noise, against the greed, against the lie, unshaken, unashamed, and unafraid. Wow, I'm definitely using that. Guys, that was done by Donna Presley's assistant, Karen. Oh, that was so good. Let me tell her I've just read it. Oh, I'm just thanking her. Wow. I'm definitely, Karen, I'm definitely using that. I'll tell you what, anyone helping me with us trying to establish our right to defend Elvis, defend his dignity, thank you so much. So I want to get that up on my Facebook. That's too good. So let me just quickly post it. 1 second, guys. So I think I've got a bit of an interesting video coming up, guys. Now, a YouTube channel that I've never heard of. She's very interesting. She 100% wants to defend Elvis and Lisa. This particular one is more about defending Lisa. Yeah. Just popped up on my feed. Never seen it before. So I'm just posting Karen's stuff onto my Facebook page. I want to show it to you guys as well. Okay. So, and a bit of an unusual video for you guys. I think you're going to like it. It's quite long. It's 37 minutes long. We're going to stop and start. I want to get on here and go live, guys, because I haven't been live for a bit. So let me just very quickly get my Facebook up. Quickly show Karen's beautiful post that she's done for me. Karen has been very, very helpful. Yeah. She has been more than just And of course, she's Donna's very close friend of Donna Presley, Elvis's first cousin, which Karen is the reason that I have become friends with Donna. I'll be honest, I was a Donna Presley fan anyway. If you look at my history, guys, I've always been a Donna Presley fan, always. Yeah, this isn't nothing new for me. But Karen is the reason I'm able to talk to Donna. So let's have a look at this, guys. Have a look. So let me get it up for you. Let's have a look. Window capture. Da-da, da-da. Here we go. Okay. Do-do-do-do, should we read it out? Woo, my God. We'll read it out one more time, and then we're going to... Oh, yeah, I wanted to play the introduction video that Karen has also made for me. And then we're going to get on with what we're going to do. Right, okay. So, here we go. Defending Elvis, the Creed. Now, this speaks for all of us. Yeah, not just Louis. This is Team Elvis. This is Elvis fans around the world that want to defend. Anybody that tells us that Elvis shouldn't be defended, yes, he should. And if you don't think he should be defended, something's very wrong with you. If you support this book, something's very wrong with you. If you support this book, something's very wrong with you. If you support this book, something's very wrong with you. Okay, guys? Right. Defending Elvis, the Creed. Truth does not fight for itself. Lies spread when trust is silent. And so we rise. So we have risen out of the blue, haven't we? We've come from nowhere. 13 months ago, we didn't exist. Me and Team Elvis, defenders of Elvis. We are defenders of Elvis. We rise against gossip. We rise against distortion. We rise against the lies that stain his name. Now, this is what Donna Presley said. She won't allow rumor to dictate Elvis's reputation, his legacy, his image. She won't allow rumor, speculation to decide the truth about Elvis. She just wants the truth. Donna Presley, yeah? Elvis's first cousin, Vernon's sister's daughter. She has Elvis's blood in her veins. To defend Elvis is not a pastime. It's a duty. It's a vow. It's an honor. Guys, it's a commitment. What we do here, me and Team Elvis, isn't a little hobby. This is serious stuff. You've seen what we've been through in the last 13 months. You've seen how they tried to shut us down, how to stop us, how to mute us, how to do false copyright YouTube strikes to prevent us doing what we set out to do. Defend Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. That's all we've ever done here. Nothing more than that. Don't believe all the bullshit they say about us. We have one goal: to defend Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. That's it. As she says, to defend Elvis is not a pastime. It's a duty. It's a vow. It's an honor. He gave his voice as a gift. He gave his soul as a light. He gave his all and left the world forever changed. So we stand guard against the noise, and we've had a lot of noise. Even now, Elvis is being trashed by his ex-wife just so that she can sell her book, Softly As I Leave You. More lies, more fake fairy tale. Just for money, for fame. Priscilla loves the fame. She loves the attention. Rushing around these different TV news companies to try and proclaim herself as the spokesperson of Elvis. No, she is not the spokesperson of Elvis. Who gave her that right? Who gave her that mantle? She gave up the right when she divorced Elvis and trashed him for money in many interviews. Priscilla is not the spokesperson for Elvis. We take away that right from her. The news companies, the interviewers around the world that still give her that right, it's wrong. You betray Elvis. She has no right to speak on behalf of Elvis. None. I would say she has done the most damage to Elvis's legacy. image, reputation. Priscilla Presley, who tries to tell the world that she is the reason Elvis is remembered. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When really she is the reason Elvis is trashed and has had his image and reputation wrecked. And unfortunately, so are the Stanleys, the Smiths, and other people have also trashed Elvis's reputation. The people that were closest to Elvis. You might not want to hear it, guys, but they are. I know that they also tell the sweet stories, but it's not good enough. You've either trashed him or you haven't. You've either backstabbed him or you haven't. You've either betrayed him or you haven't. There is no middle ground. Donna Presley has never betrayed Elvis. Ever. And there's a few others that have never let him down as well. The one that always comes to mind, of course, is Anne Margaret. And there's some others. Okay, guys? Right, so let me just X this off. So what I'm going to do... I want to play the introduction that Karen done for me. It was so kind. I just got to find the bloody thing. And then we're going to play this video that I found. Let me just see if I go and see if it's in our history. I think it should be. Here goes, guys. It's very short. I might play it 2 times because I'm very vain, full of myself. You know how it is. Here goes. Let me just make sure you can see it. Okay. Here goes, guys.
This is Defending Elvis with Louis Macretis, the channel dedicated to truth, loyalty, and preserving the legacy of the greatest entertainer the world has ever known. Here, the myths are challenged, the lies are exposed, and the voice of Elvis Presley is honored with the respect it deserves. Join Louis as he takes a stand, clear, uncompromising, and fearless, in Defending Elvis.
It says join Louis, but it actually means join Louis and Team Elvis and Donna Presley and others. Ginger Alden also defends Elvis proudly. Ginger Alden and Donna Presley fully support our channel Defending Elvis. They support me, they support Team Elvis, they support what we represent. We represent a movement that stands up for Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. That's what we do. Now, thank you so much, Karen, for doing that. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, this is going to be unusual, guys. Have any of you guys, let me just get it up. Make sure you can see what I can see. Have any of you seen this channel? It's called Everybody Has a Story to Tell. Have any of you heard it? I think you're going to quite like this lady. Yeah. She's my sort of age. Yeah. 58, maybe. She's a straight talker. She's a straight talker. Just before I start it, let me know if any of you know this lady's channel. It's called Everybody Has a Story to Tell. Let me know, guys. I'm going to get your comments up. Hang on a minute. Anyone heard it? I know obviously there's not many of us here. We're a bit early. Do any of you know this channel? Come on, anybody home? Karen, do you know this channel? Everybody Has a Story to Tell. Right, so Pamela, I think you're going to like this. Pamela, I think you're going to like it. No, Jimmy, I think you're going to like it. Now, she takes a bit of getting used to, but actually, when you get used to it, you'll be like, oh, actually, she defends Elvis and Lisa. This is another channel's view on how Priscilla has spent decades trashing Elvis for money, for fame. She's proving to us just how disgusting Priscilla Presley has been. Here goes, guys. Right, so I've got about 45 minutes. I'll try not to stop and start too much. Right, Emily, let's give it a go, yeah? Let me just find it. Okay, so everybody has a story. Please subscribe. I've liked it. I did say to her yesterday, I may review this. And did she reply? Yeah, she's replied with a heart. Yeah. Right, let me just say I'm reviewing it. I'm reviewing it now live. Thank you. I'll say join me as well. Thank you. Join me. Okay, here we go, guys. So I've just told her, and let me just see it. Can we get her name? Let me just get her name. No, I can't see her name. She obviously does a lot of different stuff as well. She used to be a drug counselor, everyday storytelling. This channel, I hope, will introduce you to people that you would not know otherwise. Yeah, actually, yeah, you make friends. It says here, Toddy. Okay, right, let's do it. History. Let's bang it on.
Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.
Toddy.
Hey guys.
So she's Toddy.
Hey guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip, and guess what? We got a story to tell here.
Toddy One Skip. Let's go.
Do you know Jesse Weber from Law and Crime? He's on to a big one. He's on to a very big one. Her name is Priscilla Presley, and apparently she goes through more money than me. And a lot quicker, too. Guys, Priscilla Presley has been accused of some awful things, especially when it comes to her daughter and her granddaughter. And for Jesse Weber to talk about it, I'm not saying it's true, but there's got to be something in it.
So Jesse Weber is famous, yeah? Is he famous, guys?
So let's check it out.
Wanted to be the queen. In fact, despite flaunting a public persona that only wanted to protect and keep her family together, Priscilla ultimately wanted one thing: power, no matter the cost. She did anything she could to control her image with the public.
So we're going to find out about this lawsuit that she's up against. But this is a very, serious accusation that her motivation through everything is money and power and control. Is that the Priscilla Presley that you guys know? I was never an Elvis fan. There's a few Elvis songs that I really like. And let me tell you something. I appreciate the man because he is rock and roll. Like, he is rock and roll.
So just guys, just so you know, whilst we're doing this, I'm going to tell everyone we're live. Let's get some people to join us, okay?
Also broke down barriers when it came to black and white music. Obviously, and I think so many of you already know this, but people were shocked to find out that Elvis was a white man. They expected that they were booking a black gentleman for a gig. Nope, that was not the black musician, Elvis Presley. And those that, I don't know if you know or not, just for trivia's sake, Elvis Presley had blonde hair. He used to use shoe polish, black shoe polish, to make his hair that color. And
well, it was quite blonde when he was a boy. Then it sort of went mousy, yeah.
The most popular fact is that they considered his movements vulgar, and they only wanted to record him from his chest up. So imagine if Elvis didn't sway his hips. Imagine, what about the bands that just go even to the more extreme? I mean, Elvis, you got to give credit where credit's due. He definitely let the music sway him, and I think it opened up a freedom for people, a freedom of expression, which was, come on, what a brilliant thing. What a gift, right? So, anyway, yeah, so Priscilla Presley,
Yeah.
I don't know if she still is, but she definitely was a Scientologist. And that didn't go over too well with Lisa Marie.
Well, that's a coincidence, isn't it, guys? Seeing as she just praised it. Priscilla Presley, only a couple of days ago, was praising Scientology completely out of the blue. I was shocked she even brought it up.
That caused a lot of problems with Lisa Marie. As a matter of fact, Priscilla was known to drop Lisa Marie off at the Big Blue building or one of the Clearwater buildings, one of the Scientology buildings, if not a couple of them, and say, fix her for me. You know, so Lisa Marie and Priscilla had always had problems for as long as I can remember. And, you know, again, I wasn't a fan of Elvis's, but I definitely, you know, I lived in this world. I definitely know about his relationship with his daughter.
So look, she makes a good point here. Priscilla likes to act like, oh, everything was fine with me and Lisa, everything was perfect. We never argued, not really. If you've lived through it, this woman's probably around getting on to 60. If you're that age, you lived through growing up with Lisa, didn't you? Definitely through the 70s, yeah? You'll remember Lisa as a little girl. We were all young with Lisa together, this age group.
And the relationship that Lisa had with her mom, that was tabloid, frabloid bullshit. You know, it was all over. National Enquirer was all over that shit.
So from there, the complaint alleges that there was this tumultuous relationship between Priscilla and her daughter, Lisa Marie. And what you're going to see is this is about money. Okay, that's the main allegation. This is about money. That after Elvis's death in 1977, the complaint says his estate was placed in trust for solely Lisa Marie.
Isn't that something? He left everything for his kid.
Too right.
Everything for his kid. One person to inherit it all.
However, the plaintiffs allege that when Elvis's father, who was the trustee and executor of Elvis's estate, you know, the person who oversees and carries out the duties and functions of the trust, when he was on his deathbed, they allege Priscilla placed a lien on Elvis's property, Graceland.
Now, I had heard that she was very clever, that she was a very smart woman, but that, you know, it's going to come out that she had spent silly, like she's a crazy spender, like an absolute nut job as a spender.
Priscilla's always been portrayed as this really smart businesswoman. I don't think so. I think everyone around her was smart. I think all the people she hired were smart. She has literally run out of money. Come on, guys.
But does that make her a smart businesswoman, not being a good saver? There's a conflict there, right? I think that there's kind of like a conflict there, but I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, what do you think? Because she supposedly lost millions of dollars like that in a very short period of time, but she's the one that opened up Graceland.
Well, she says she is, but I don't think so.
To the public and made it into a business. So, you know.
A lien.
Well, when you look into it, there were reasons why she was made the front person. Yeah, the spokesperson. I think you talk about the lien on Graceland now, but there's more to it. How she encouraged Vernon to make her co-trustee, whatever you call it, on behalf of Lisa. It wasn't straightforward. Elvis didn't want her on his will.
On Elvis's property, Graceland, forcing her way to become co-executor, and she took over management of the trust. Well, you fast forward to when Lisa Marie turns 25 and she inherits the Elvis estate.
So I remember.
Do you know, I heard today, right? This is, guys, seriously, I read this today, that Priscilla made the age that where she inherits, I think 25. Priscilla tried to get it extended either from a younger age to 25 or older than 25. I read this today somewhere, that Priscilla, honestly, she was trying to postpone when Lisa Marie inherited. I don't know if it was at 25 or 21, whatever age Priscilla was pushing for. It's just something I read today.
For Lisa inheriting the estate but the tabloids made it seem like Lisa needed her mom to help with everything because of her inexperience, and she didn't quite know who to trust and what to do. That's what the tabloids said, as inquiring minds wanted to know back then.
They allege in this complaint that Priscilla was dependent upon Lisa Marie, that she, quote, clung to Lisa Marie, despite the accusation that she was resentful of her, that she envied her for always being in the spotlight.
I don't really remember Lisa Marie Presley always wanting to be in the spotlight. You know,
It's funny, see? So Priscilla tries to give the impression, oh, you know, Lisa was stealing the limelight, even though Lisa fancied my boyfriends. I'm hearing all the crap now. But my memory of Lisa, hi Angie, how are you? My memory of Lisa is she actually was very private, didn't want to go out into the limelight.
I mean, yeah, she had that high profile marriage to Michael Jackson. Let's go back. That super high profile marriage to Michael Jackson. And then that high profile marriage to Nick Cage. And when she was recording her records, but for the most part, I really don't remember her like trying to seek out publicity at all.
Now, guys, are you starting to understand now why I like this woman? Toddy. Is that what her name is? Toddy. Very wise. Much cleverer than you think. When you first see her, you're like, oh, you're slightly taken aback, yeah? But when you start listening to this lady, she's bloody smart. She's done a lot of research. She knows what she's talking about.
As I said, this is very personal here, and it's going to be interesting how they intend to prove that. Maybe comments she made, maybe text messages. Also, keep this in mind. I do wonder if it's relevant. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Well, motivation, so that would be relevant. Definitely a reason for something, right? You know, a motive.
So back to when Lisa Marie apparently came into her inheritance at 25. Well, the complaint states that she ended up setting up her own trust, and it was called the Promenade Trust. And it's a revocable living trust designed to protect Lisa Marie's assets and the inheritance. It's estimated at around $100 million.
That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. $100 million that she was supposed to get when she was 25 years old.
By the way,
So everybody thinks she had this massive cash payout, but there's more to it, guys.
revocable trust, meaning it can be changed, it can be altered. Now, we haven't even gotten, by the way, to the plaintiffs yet and their connection to the case. We will get to that. But the complaint alleges that Priscilla exploited the Presley name.
I believe that. I also believe that that is why she's never been remarried. You know, she was with somebody for a really long time, but she was never remarried, so that
Marco Garibaldi Garcia. She was with, to be honest with you, she was with Mark Stone for over 4 years. The alleged abuser, Michael Epworth, who abused her daughter allegedly for 6 to 7 years. I agree. She never remarried because she didn't want to give up the Presley name. Seriously, guys.
she could hold on to the Presley name. So I do believe that. But I also heard seriously that she was a very smart businesswoman. And I don't think that's mentioned here. But I don't think Elvis's estate was worth anything like that when he had passed. And I know that he, you know, when somebody dies, their records skyrocket and all of that. But I still think that Priscilla, not that she should take money from her daughter or anything like that, but I do think that Priscilla helped build a lot of that money up.
Right, okay. So I want to make a point on this, yeah? Now, of course, eventually, Priscilla jumps on the bandwagon of a rolling freight train that was already rolling concerning saving Graceland's opening the museum. Okay, there were some very clever people in and around this idea to create this living museum. Don't forget, Colonel Tom Parker and Vernon were part of this process. We had Morgan Maxfield, look him up, Morgan Maxfield, who allegedly Priscilla was engaged to, who died in a plane crash, yeah? Jack Sodden, very well known, he becomes Priscilla's partner. Now, I accept that Priscilla was very greedy, loved money, was thinking of every possible way of making more money, keeping all the royalties, copyright type stuff for Gracelands. This is all why Elvis Presley Enterprises became so massive, yeah? So I do agree that Priscilla was sucking all the money in, threatening legal action against loads of people to get all that money within one umbrella, yeah? Including threatening to sue Elvis's own friends, the Memphis Mafia, yeah? Because Elvis had loaned money to lots of people. I do agree that Priscilla's greed for money was very smart and managed to get all the money in. But this is the problem. She helps create a massive living museum. It's the fans that make the museum so successful, not Priscilla. The Elvis fans and Elvis's body of work, his music, his movies, his personality, his charisma, his charm is why everyone is flocking to the Living Museum, not Priscilla. If Priscilla didn't exist, the Living Museum was still going to be a massive success. But behind the scenes, when the banks and the lawyers and the business people are together making decisions to suck in all the money, Priscilla was part of that process. One of many. I won't give Priscilla all credit for building up the empire. But don't forget, in 2005, she sells it all. 85% of it is sold off to the billionaire Robert Silliman. It should never have happened. Should never have happened. So in one breath, Priscilla helps to increase the income, the profit of everything Elvis within Graceland's Elvis Presley Enterprises. But then she gives it all away. She sells it all. Bang, gone. And she rents Graceland to Elvis Presley Enterprises for 90 odd years. So in one breath, this young lady, Toddy, is saying, oh yeah, I'll give Priscilla some credit for helping boost the museum, Gracelands, the business, Elvis Presley Enterprises. But then she sells it all, so she cancels it out. All of the gain that was done creating this $100 million a year business was then squandered by Priscilla doing this deal so that she would get backhanders. Guys, Priscilla got backhanders for encouraging that deal. In my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, this is just an opinion program. Nothing is fact. We share opinions on a YouTube channel. But guys, I'm telling you, the Elvis Presley Enterprise, when it was sold off, 85% of it should never have been more than 51%. 51% should have gone to Lisa. We understand why they did it, even though I don't agree. They wanted to expand. They wanted more investment, which I think they could have done even if they didn't sell off Elvis Presley Enterprises. I definitely 100% don't think Elvis Presley Enterprises should ever have been sold off. I also think they would have been very successful if they had done it in-house and brought in massive management teams for the expansion and investment within Elvis Presley Enterprises, within Gracelands, yeah? So no, guys, I'm not giving Priscilla credit for knowing how to grab all the money, because she was one of a massive team of people that were all very smart. I will never call Priscilla smart, never. She was stood on the shoulders of people that were very smart, yeah? Just my opinion, guys.
And I don't know, I guess I'm sure she got paid for that. I think that she had a position, so I don't know.
To fund her lifestyle, to live off of what Elvis Presley built. For example, they allege that she demanded $6.5 million in 2005 for personal gain in order to compete against Lisa Marie.
Compete against what? I don't understand. Is that popularity, or is that gain of power? Or
Right, 1 second. I want to grab my coffee, guys. 1 second. I don't want to miss this because this is very interesting. So let me just pour the kettle and get my coffee. We're going to be here for another half an hour, guys. So let me just switch that. Right. Get the roof, the boiling wheat. Okay. Get the old milk frothing up, mate. Froth that milk up, buddy. Don't mess with my butter coffee. Butter coffee, come on. The most famous coffee in the world. Oh, it's going to taste so lovely. The annoying thing is I've run out of honey. I do like a bit of honey in my butter coffee. Not much, just a little bit. So, anyway, we got half an hour. Come on. Get on with it, coffee maker. Okay. Right, we're done. Right, it's beeping away. Okay. Wow, that is a proper coffee. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Get a spoon. Okay, Mike. Right. I'm back. So we have a butter coffee. Butter coffee, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. I know Madeline's been trying to make my coffee, haven't you, Madeline? Martha, I haven't made up my mind yet. Martha, what do you think? Do you think I should go? Shall I go and see Priscilla on the 4th of October? I haven't made up my mind. I keep changing my mind. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So what do you think of this girl, this lady so far? What do you think, guys? I do love a coffee, but Anita, I only have 2 coffees a day. 2, but they're massive. 2 massive coffees a day. So what do you think of this lady so far? This lady, Toddy. Toddy, what do you think? She's pretty smart. I think she's really smart. She's at home. Look, she looks like she's in her lounge, is it? She's just like me, sat in the kitchen. She's in her lounge, probably. I'm in my late 50s. She's in her late 50s, I would say. We're very alike. What do you reckon? She seems pretty cool. Right, let's keep going.
Over the company. I don't understand that. I mean, they did not have a very healthy relationship. It was tumultuous. Lisa Marie and her mom. That was widely heard. Those rumblings were widely heard. And those that don't know, Priscilla has a son named Navarone Garibaldi Garcia. And to be honest with you, Priscilla didn't even know where the man that she lived with was actually from. He was a con man, and he lived with her for decades, and she didn't even know that. So maybe she wasn't the smartest.
I agree. She wasn't the smartest. She had smart people around her. I'll give her that.
Well, they allege that Priscilla entered into an agreement with Elvis Presley Enterprises, EPS, that is owned by the licensing juggernaut ABG, Authentic Brands Group.
Huge company. Lots of money there. Mm-hmm.
Now, EPE manages Elvis's
That's Joe Weissenko, isn't it, guys?
IP, name, image, likeness. We'll get to all that in a minute. But this part is important. So in 2010, the complaint states that Lisa Marie ended up listing Priscilla and Barry Siegel, this is Priscilla's apparent longtime financial manager, as
who ripped off Lisa, by the way,
co-trustees of the trust.
and was very good friends of Priscilla.
So it looks like she trusted her mom a bit. Her kids would have been too young at that point, so she needed somebody. I guess she could have hired somebody, but she put her mom and that guy in as yeah, so
I get her point. Come on, guys. Lisa trusted Priscilla way too much. Priscilla had conned and tricked Lisa into thinking that she saved Elvis's legacy, reputation, image, his career. Priscilla conned Lisa into telling the world, Priscilla conned Lisa into believing that the only reason Elvis is remembered was because of Priscilla. It's an absolute joke. Even now, Priscilla says Elvis was going to get forgotten if it wasn't for her and the work she has done. Priscilla, it's such bullshit. Why do the public fall for it? Even if Priscilla never existed ever, even if Elvis had not met her in 1959, he was still going to be remembered forever. It's Elvis Presley, the most talented man in the world, on the planet. Even if Elvis stopped singing in 1959, he'd still be remembered today, because the amount of work and the amount of love that he generated within his career already, by the time he went into the army, he was a global sensation forever. The whole world already understood Elvis's charm and personality, his good looks. He had already transformed the world with his beautiful voice and his hip swiveling moves. Elvis being remembered has nothing to do with Priscilla, nothing. And it has nothing to do with Graceland. Elvis is remembered because of Elvis and what he did. And then we, the fans, pay honor to that. Nothing to do with Priscilla. So whenever I hear Priscilla telling her own daughter that Elvis would have been forgotten if it wasn't for Priscilla, if a building had been sold off, if Gracelands had been broken up and sold off, I think, shut up. Whenever I hear Priscilla try and give the impression that the Living Museum is why Elvis was remembered, it's bullshit. They were never going to forget Elvis ever. Ever. Of course, we the fans, we love Graceland. It was Elvis's home that he bought for his parents. Elvis was never going to be forgotten ever. With or without a building, with or without Priscilla.
That she set up and executed a medical directive that she wanted her life to be prolonged as long as possible when making end-of-life decisions. That is important in a little bit when we talk about what happened.
yeah, now that's shocking.
So now this lady starts to discuss the wrongdoing of Priscilla, allegedly shortening the life of her own daughter.
As these allegations come out more, because what that says is that, you know how some people say, listen, man, just pull the plug. If I'm brain dead, pull the plug. If, you know, my life won't be the same if I won't have use of bodily functions and stuff, just pull the plug. That's not what Lisa Marie was saying. Lisa Marie said, you let me hang on for dear life, to dear life, as long as there is a way for me to hang on to it.
To Lisa Marie, okay? So the plaintiffs claim that Lisa Marie found out that Priscilla and Siegel were allegedly mismanaging her finances, stealing money from her.
But guys, I've got to stop and do a part two. Stop and do a part two. Otherwise, this is going to go on too long. Can we all... I'm not going to have a gap. I'm not going to have a gap. Just straight to part two, okay? Straight to part two. No gap. Please join me for part two. I'm going to stop and carry on. No gap.